Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video review. I am the Tech Gooch, and I'm back with another case review for my iPhone 7 Plus. Now, they do make this series case for other phones, the 6S and 6S Plus and stuff like that. This is for the 7 Plus, and they do make it for the 7 series as well, the smaller phone. But this is a case from PITAKA, which I've done at least one of their reviews before. And they sent me this over to show you guys. It is their Aramid Fibre case, I think is what it's actually called. But it's a very slim fitting case. As you can see here, it's very minimalistic is probably the best way to put it. Looks kind of like carbon fiber, and I'm going to actually bring you in here closer here in a moment, but just to kind of go over through everything. So this is the case, very, very small, very, very lightweight. I've said it a few times, but this is one of those cases that you put on your phone and you're just like, oh, that feels so good. Actually, one of my favorite cases I've had so far because it feels good. And is very slim fitting. I actually would prefer the phone by itself naked, right? I don't really drop my phone. I'm I'm used to it. I guess I've had a cell phone for so long. So, but yeah, that's the case. In the box, though, they do give you more than just a case. So, if you see from this is a minimalistic case. It's very, very thin. So they give you this little rubber gasket that goes in here that actually bumps it out, so it actually helps protect the camera lens. That's one thing that they do. It's just a rubber gasket. It can pull out, right? You don't have to have it in there if you don't want it. What I've found is that it can pop out. And I'll show you that a little closer here in a second. But in the box, they do give you a second gasket. So if you lose one, you do have a spare. And then in here, they actually include a tempered glass screen protector. Now, I already have one on my phone. It comes with little wipes and everything, and then an actual tempered glass screen protector. So one of those handy things that starting out, this is a great starting out case, especially if you know somebody that doesn't need a whole heck of a lot of protection and doesn't really want the bulk of protection. So this is one of those cases it's a nice fit for a lot of people, and it kind of comes with everything you need. You don't have to buy two products. So let me bring you in here, and then I'll show you how it goes on and what it looks like after it's on, because you're going to see it a lot closer over here. So, all right? Cool. So this is the case, like I said, that rubber gasket, which I don't really have set in there yet, so I'm going to go ahead and slide that into place. All it does is help with the camera bump out. Now, I actually prefer the case without the rubber gasket in myself, so I've actually, most of the time that I've actually had it on my phone, I have removed the gasket, but I will say that it does help protect the camera lens. So if you're serious about your camera, this might be something to consider keeping on. But that said, it's like any case, you know, you just slip the phone into it. It doesn't actually have it doesn't go over the buttons, so it'll slide on real easily. And then you're looking at a case that just fits the phone so well. But you can see how that rubber gasket now, if I actually lay it down, it's not sitting on the camera lens. It's actually sitting on the rubber gasket, which is the point of the rubber gasket. I'm going to actually take it off here in a second and show you what I mean. But if I go from the side, I don't know if you can see that. You can just see the rubber gasket. You can't actually see the camera lens. So I'm just going to peel it off, and you just peel it off like any minimal case. Just pulls out real easily. I'm going to take that rubber gasket out. Now, I will say that it is rubber, and it is loose kind of fitting in there. So this will, if you wear tight jeans or anything, or tight pants, this can catch on your pants. And I have actually found it where it's still attached, but sticking out like this over my camera. So that said, that's the one design element that I'm not the biggest fan of, and actually why I actually use it less, because it does tend to fall off easier. So without the camera lens or the little rubber gasket, now you can see that the camera does protrude slightly from the case itself. If I'm very protective, I'm going to set my phone down on a lot of hard surfaces, keep the lens protector on, or the little gasket. If you don't, off is fine. I keep it off, I guess, is the best way that I do it, because I do go in and out of pants a lot. I keep it in my pocket, and I have popped that sucker off a few times, but then again, at the same time, I don't really set my phone down on hard surfaces a lot, so that's the one gripe I guess I would have to say. If they did anything, I wish they would actually make it out of this material and just bump it up around the camera. I'd be okay with a hard bump that would slide in and out of pockets better. But by itself, it's actually pretty. I love the case. That's the big thing. I really do love the case. So it's one of those that I enjoy having on my phone, which not every phone case has that. So yeah, that's the Aramid case. So that's the case. I apologize if the video kind of went in and out there. The focus was kind of acting a little funky there for a few minutes, so hopefully you got the gist of that. But nice looking case. Really good looking. The only gripe I have is the rubber gasket. I like it without. I love it without. I don't mind it with. It's just I don't like going in and out of my pocket with it, with the gasket on it. So, yeah. I mean, that's the case from PITAKA. And maybe I can actually try to replicate that real quick so you can kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. But it's... I really like the case. It feels really good on the phone. It's really nice and minimalistic, which I'm definitely a minimalistic case person more than I am anything else. I do like things that I can feel the phone in rather than just I feel this big, heavy, bulky case. I've kind of always been that way. Of course, you do lose some of that capability of protection on the phone. This is more of a scratch protection. You know, it's going to be hard to say. Just went in and out a few times. Oh, nope, still didn't do it. I'm just put my hand over to try to make it. All right, so there we go. So you can see where it bubbled up a little bit there, right? And that's what you get. And then you know, I've taken it, just grabbed it and pulled it out and thrown it in my bag or whatever. And then I just went without it. And I realized that I really don't need it. Because in all reality, I'd probably go without a case anyway most of the time. But I do like cases. I do like changing the style of my phone. So that is the what is it? Aramid Fibre from PITAKA, and pretty awesome little case. So I'm going to post a link to this directly at the top of the description, where you can purchase it off Amazon. If you do purchase it through that link, you are supporting my program, so I appreciate it. That said, please let me know what you think of the case. If you have any questions or comments, post those in the comment section below. Like the video, and subscribe to the channel so you get all the updates as we post more videos. So, thanks again for watching. Definitely check out the case, and if you have anything else you need from me, let me know. TechGooch on all social media, as well as the techgooch.com, where you can contact me directly. So, thank you again for watching, guys, and we will see you soon.